Pisces. What do we have for Pisces Divine Feminine? I am making a difference in the world. I am fully present in the moment. I'm not going to take them officially. I wasn't locked in. What do we have for Pisces Divine Feminine? Pisces Divine Feminine. I am grateful. So this is a good time to remind yourself of why you're grateful, what you're grateful for. And not just think about these things and think about how you're grateful or say that you're grateful. It's about acting. It's about not acting like performing and pretending. Acting, taking actions, behaving in a way that expresses your gratitude through the way you live your life, right? I can say I'm grateful to have running water at my disposal. Whenever I need it, I don't have to travel very far. I got to take from where I'm at now, 30 steps. I'm lucky. I'm grateful for that. And because of that, I choose to conserve that water and to not be wasteful with it. Not to just let it, I don't know. I try to make the most out of all the water I have access to. I try to respect the fact that not everyone gets access to water like that, to clean water. So I'm not just turning it on to rinse my brush and brush my teeth, and then walking away for 5 minutes, leaving it on, wasting it. It's not being used, you know. It's living our lives in ways that prove that we are grateful. Not that we have to prove anything, but living our lives in ways that reflect our gratitude. I can say to my best friend, I'm grateful for you as a friend. I'm grateful to have you in my life. But if I treat her like shit, what's that say? You know what I mean? I am grateful for Pisces Divine Feminine. I am grateful. I embrace my feminine strength. I embrace my feminine strength. I am grateful. I don't know what this is to be grateful about. Perhaps it's led to the strengthening of your feminine energy in some way, or perhaps it's a way to exercise your feminine strength with gratitude. Before, with Divine Feminine's the river water energy, what was it? Am I imagining this? I don't remember. I just remember grace and gratitude. I think it was for the Grail Queen, as what Divine Feminine's currently doing in the river water energy. Grace and gratitude was there, I believe. Why is I embrace my feminine strength here with grateful? I notice the good things in life. Yes, it's focusing on the good things in life. It can be real easy to get caught up in the negative when it comes to this world, right? Especially when, I'm going to assume, and I know it's not fair to assume, but you're a Pisces Divine Feminine energy, right? You're very receptive, intuitive. You feel a whole lot. A whole lot more than most people could comprehend. You're very sensitive to the energies of this world, right? It can be very easy, I think, to get lost in that. Get lost in the darkness, the negativity. You're being encouraged to notice the good things in life and to find ways to continue being grateful. Strengthening your feminine energy. Why is I notice the good things in life here for Pisces Divine Feminine? I am enough. This could be about yourself. Things about you. Noticing the good things about you, yourself. You are enough. Moon. La Luna. You are enough. Why is I am enough here for Pisces Divine Feminine? I'm committed to myself. Yeah, remaining committed to yourself. Remaining committed to yourself, to your goals, to your dreams. It's like noticing what good you bring to the world. How you utilize your feminine strength to bring good into the world. And yes, you are doing enough. Yes, it's about you are enough. You are doing enough. Stay committed to yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Notice the good things in life. Notice the good within yourself, the good about yourself. Embracing and strengthening your feminine energy. Being grateful. Finding ways to be grateful when it comes to yourself, who you are, what you bring to this world, and being grateful for what you have. All right, Pisces. What we have for Pisces Divine Masculine. Whoa! I am honest and authentic. You are being encouraged to continue being honest and authentic, true to yourself. Honest means expressing yourself in authentic ways, whether that's with communication. I am honest and authentic. Why is I am honest and authentic here for Pisces Divine Masculine? I am honest and authentic. I will rock the boat if necessary. Heck yeah, Pisces. What are you doing? By you is a question. I'm curious. If you were to be honest and authentic in some way, would that be rocking the boat? But you think it's necessary? You feel it's necessary? Do it. Rock the boat. You're being encouraged to, if rocking the boat happens because you feel the need and the importance, the value of being honest and authentic, go for it. Sometimes the boat needs to be rocked, you know what I mean? Why is I will rock the boat if necessary with I am honest and authentic. I am comfortable with my sexuality. This could have something to do with sexuality in some way, sexual expression, sexual desire. Did I already say sexual identity? Or like sexual orientation or something along that line? Cancer Divine Feminine got this as well. Why is I am comfortable with my sexuality here with I will rock the boat if necessary? I am comfortable with my sexuality. My awareness grows daily. I am a good friend. I don't know if, I don't know if, because I'm not sure how to interpret these. My awareness grows daily with the I here, and I am a good friend. And then this hummingbird and this person, they're looking at each other in their eyes, right? I'm a good friend. My awareness grows daily. This could be like if there's I don't know. I don't know what this could be. It could be a lot of different things. Why is I am comfortable with my sexuality here with I will rock the boat if necessary? I notice the good things in life. Focusing on the positives of a situation versus the negatives, right? It's like understanding that whatever this is regarding, I will rock the boat if necessary. Yes, it might cause some friction or chaos, or I don't know what kind of boat rocking we're talking about here. But you understand the importance of being honest and authentic. how the pros to this situation outweigh the cons in some way. I notice the good things in life. Huh. Why is I notice the good things in life here with I am comfortable with? I am healing, I am loved. So you've gone through the process of healing. You are currently in the process of healing, and you recognize that you are loved. You recognize that you are loved. And I'm not sure what it is about this. Because I mean, to me, the most obvious way to interpret this, just based on these cards, you know, it's like someone who is I don't know. I mean, because I'm kind of seeing this as like someone coming out as a different sexuality than they are known to be or expected to be or something like that, right? And I'm not saying that's the case here. It's just a way to express what I'm getting. And it's like someone's gone through this process of healing, and I am loved, right? It's like being able to accept love in some way, or accept the fact that they are lovable. Noticing the good things in life. They will rock the boat if necessary. This is, again, like I was saying, just as an example, but it's like someone coming out as a different sexuality than they are known to be. Or this is about living in a way. It doesn't have to be like expressing it or communicating it. It could just be taking actions to live in this way that represents this sexuality, right? Understanding that there's the potential that it will rock the boat in some way, but the benefit is that they'd be living in an honest and authentic way. So I'm not sure. This message is just encouraging you to, if that's what's going on here, or if it resonates in this kind of way, you're being encouraged to embrace and be proud of your authentic self. Be honest about who you are. And I am comfortable with my sexuality, whatever this has to do. This doesn't have to do with sexual identity or orientation, anything like that. But it could have to do with like someone's sexual nature or their desires in some way, or their passions. Okay, Pisces. All right, who's up next? Cancer. What do we have for Cancer Divine Feminine? Cancer Divine Feminine. Cancer Divine Feminine Collective. I am confident with who I am. You're being reminded to embrace and honor who you are, truly, all your sides. I keep seeing like there's things on this person's face or something, and it's like I am confident with who I am. So I'm kind of getting like, even with imperfections, right, or things that we perceive as imperfections or flaws, let's say. It's like owning who you are 100%. Why is I am confident with who I am here for Cancer Divine Feminine? I am confident with who I am. I am comfortable with my sexuality. This could have something to do with sexuality or like sexual expression in some way, or okay, what is sexuality? Sexuality is like sexual identity, how we express ourselves. Why is I am comfortable with my sexuality here with I am confident with who I am? Serendipity. This card has me go into the book. Contained within this deck is the Serendipity card. If she reveals herself, let her remind you of the potential for unknown surprises. Something good is headed your way. What is going on here, Cancer Divine Feminine? I'm just noticing this person's like, I don't know if this has to do with like body image, or there could be something about that, because I mentioned before what's on this person's face. I am confident with who I am comfortable with my sexuality, and then serendipity. Potential for unknown surprises. Something good is headed your way. But what's getting me is like this person's body language. It's like closed off body language, and she's like covering herself. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there's something about that. Or if there's a level of like shyness, or there's something here about this. And I'm not gonna pry, Cancer Divine Feminine. Respect your boundaries. This could have to do with boundaries regarding like sexuality or sexual expression or anything. Anything like that. Sexuality, serendipity. I mean, this could have to do with like like someone's sexual orientation in some way. Well, you're being encouraged to find that confidence, find that way to own who you are completely and entirely, right? And somehow, I don't know exactly, but somehow being comfortable with your sexuality is involved, could be involved. Let her remind you of the potential for unknown surprises. Something good is headed your way. Something good is headed your way, Cancer. And I don't know if this has to do with body image, like, I don't know. I'd say, so there's certain things about our bodies, our physical bodies, our appearance, etc., that we can change, or that we can put in efforts to change. And there's some things that we really can't, you know what I mean? Some things are just, that's how we are. So I'd say if it's things that you can't change, that to find ways to embrace them, accept them, celebrate them in some way. And if it's something that you can change, and you feel inclined to do so, maybe taking steps to work on that whatever that might be for you. When we put in efforts, even if we're not seeing results, as long as we're putting in the efforts, I believe that it helps in some way. I don't know if this makes sense or is relevant. Okie dokie. What do we have for Cancer Divine Masculine? Cancer Divine Masculine. I am aware of my potential. Being aware of your own potential. Yeah, so when I see this card, it makes me feel like potential, right? Potential is our like future selves, the possibilities of who we are going to be in the future, who we could be in the future, what we can do in the future. It's like not thinking less or feeling less about who we are now because we're not where we want to be, or we're not who we want to be in the future, right? It's understanding that who you are now is still wonderful, is still a beautiful expression of life, right? Regardless of wherever you're at on your journey and path, right? Within and without, like externally and internally. Why is I am aware of my potential here for Cancer Divine Masculine? I am aware of my potential. I am one with my inner child. This is like looking at things from a more lighthearted way, or in a more lighthearted way, an innocent way, a pure way. I am one with my inner child. Why is I am one with my inner child here with I am aware of my potential? I am at peace with my past. Interesting. You know, I don't know if this is going to be relevant, but I feel like sometimes we look at where we are now, and I think that sometimes we can say or feel like, man, if only things weren't like this in my past, or if only this didn't happen in my past, or possibly when I was a child or younger, maybe I'd be here now, or I'd have achieved whatever this might be, whatever that is. I could have achieved this, or I could have been this, etc. It's important to be at peace with what's happened in the past, and understanding that, in my belief at least, we go through what we go through in the past for a reason, as part of our own unique path, right? And it's like those things that happened, there's a way for us to grow from them, learn from them, evolve. There's a way for us to evolve because of that, or improve in some way because of that, or thrive because of that. Yes, sometimes those things they slow us down, or they have us feeling certain ways, seeing the world, seeing others in certain ways. But there's an importance to being at peace with it, to accept it for what it is, and to move on from that, to grow from it, to make changes in the present and in the future. Understanding that there's still potential for you to achieve, acquire, become whatever it is that you want. An example I can use is, I remember I was like 20 maybe, and I wanted to be a pediatrician. And I remember looking at how much like education was required and how much time it would take with like residencies and things like that. And I was like, no way, by the time I get done with that, I'll be 33 years old or something. And me in the present looks back at that, knowing that I'd be an excellent pediatrician. I get so mad at that self, because I remember the specific moment when I was standing there thinking this. I remember the exact moment. And I'm like, you bitch. But the bigger part of me knows. I mean, because I was 33 9 years ago. And I'm like, ugh. As far as like career satisfaction, maybe I would have been satisfied with that career. I like kids. I like being around them, and I'd like possibly helping them. Anyways, but the bigger part of me knows that had I done that, my life would have been on a completely different path, and I'm really happy with where I am now. It's not perfect. I've got a lot of potential. But I wouldn't trade my life now and I was 22 years ago. I wouldn't change what's happened in the past 22 years for anything in the world. Not even for $1 billion would I change the past 22 years of my life. Or any part of it. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's because I'm 99% at peace with who I've been, being at peace with who I was, the choices I made, who others were towards me, how they were towards me, the decisions they've made. Being at peace with how things went and accepting it for what it is. There's nothing I can do to change my past. The only thing I can change is how I look at things and how I choose to live in the present despite or because of the past. And what I want in the future, how I go about achieving in the future. Perhaps there's something to that. All right, who's next? Scorpio? What do we have for Scorpio Divine Feminine? Scorpio Divine Feminine. I respect differences of opinion. You're being encouraged to understand that we've all got differences of opinion, belief systems, values, opinions on everything. There's so much to have an opinion on, right? It's like just because what we feel to be our true, or what we feel to be true or right in some way, doesn't mean it's objectively right or true. We all have our different opinions because of different reasons, you know. Sometimes it's like, sometimes people's opinions can be changed, or adjusted, or affected, influenced, and sometimes they can't. Sometimes people have strong opinions. They have opinions that are deeply embedded within them, you know. I respect differences of opinion for Scorpio Divine Feminine. I am willing to ask for help. I am willing to ask for help. I respect differences of opinion. Why is I am willing to ask for help here for Scorpio Divine Feminine? I am willing to ask for help. I am free to love myself. Asking for help is an act of self-love. I don't know. I mean, this could be we can get into a specific situation here, right? Where it's like, if let's say you want to ask for help, or someone else wants your help, right? But perhaps someone else or others have a different opinion about what you should do in some way. I respect differences of opinion. I am willing to ask for help. I am free to love myself. Or if this is, differences of opinion, right? If maybe there's something that you feel like you don't need help with, right? Or you don't want help. But maybe you're being encouraged to ask for help, to be willing to ask for help. I am free to love myself. I am free to love myself. I am willing to ask for help. Yeah, asking for help as an act of self-love, or someone else, others could have differences of opinion when it comes to you doing something for yourself. It's like, okay. We're gonna go with a stereotypical situation, right? There's someone, they're single, they're happy being single, they're independent, they're self-sufficient, they're happy with their lives on their own, right? Others would look at that person and be like, and this could be an age thing, and some like cultures and families and some people's opinions, like, let's just say people should be married or have a significant other or something like that, or whatever. They should have this, in those people's opinions, they should have this by this time, or okay, whatever. That could be part of it. But it's like someone who is independent and happy, they're single, they're alone, maybe they live by themselves, or they don't rely on anyone else. They are independent and happy about it. There could be a difference of opinion when it comes to, like, let's say this person's parent. This happens a lot. That person's parent keeps, like, this person's parent might think that their kid, their adult child, needs help, or they try to, like, set them up on dates and, like, hook them up with people because they think that person needs a significant other or something like that. That could very well be the case, but you are free to love yourself. Do what you feel is right for yourself as an act of self-love. I don't know. This could go all sorts of ways. This could be if you've gone to someone, if you've asked for help in some way, or if you've sought help in some way. But that person has different opinions than you do, or it's like different beliefs or something like that. I don't know if this has to do with like self-care or self-love or something like that. I don't know what this could be, Scorpio Divine Feminine. Hope it makes sense to you, though. Alright, Scorpio Divine Masculine. What do we have for Scorpio Divine Masculine? I am a beautiful expression of life. Absolutely. Just take a moment and really see yourself. Try to see yourself or recognize what about you is a beautiful expression of life. Your unique ways, everything about you that, you know, I mean, none of us are perfect. We all have things about ourselves that we don't necessarily like or love, but I think it's important to find ways to at least accept those things, embrace them. Understanding that we're all made in these different ways to be unique and different from everyone else. It's part of this big whole universe, right? This whole world. I am a beautiful expression of life. Why is I a beautiful expression of life here for Scorpio Divine Masculine? I am compassionate. You are compassionate. I'm kind of getting, I don't know if there's, it's kind of like, I think you're being encouraged to recognize how wonderful you are, specifically, not only because, but specifically because of your compassion, the kindness you show others, your empathy, the way you feel and treat others, feel about and treat other people. This could be about being compassionate with yourself, towards yourself. Why is I am compassionate with I am a beautiful expression of life? My fears of tomorrow melt away. It's like I'm kind of getting like honoring your emotions, the way you feel, the how deep you feel. It's a beautiful expression of life, you know, it's your depth, your depth, how the beauty in your depth, the beauty in your compassionate side, the beauty and the love you have to offer others, and yourself, of course. Your fears of tomorrow melt away, huh? I am gentle. Your fears of tomorrow melt away. I'm kind of getting like, I mean, God, the universe, divine, your higher power wants you to know that they think you are a beautiful expression of life. They see you as this remarkable, beautiful expression of life, and they love your compassion. They notice, they truly see your heart, and there's nothing for you to worry about. Whatever fears of tomorrow these might be, just let them go. I'm getting, this is a Divine Masculine Scorpio collective that's very connected to themselves, their emotional selves, their expressive selves, the universe, God, source, divine. Very connected. You have depths. You have beautiful depths. Why is my fears of tomorrow melt away here for Scorpio Divine Masculine? My fears of tomorrow melt away for Scorpio Divine Masculine. My awareness grows daily. I'm kind of getting like, because I'm looking at the color of this eye. There's like this like hot pink, and then behind these two with I am compassionate, right? The hot pink. There's like, having an awareness of, it's like what you put out is what you should expect to receive back. You know what I mean? It's like the love you've given, the compassion you've shown others, the compassion you've shown yourself, you should expect to get that back. Whatever fears these are, you gotta let them go. There's nothing for you to fear. It's like before when I was saying, it's like I felt this is a message about like how you're perceived by the divine. There's nothing to fear. It's like even when things don't always work out how we want them to work out, or even when we end up getting hurt in some way, or regardless of what happens, in my belief, it's always for our good. It's always for the good of our higher selves. You know, it's like we can get through whatever tomorrow might bring, even if it's challenging, even if it hurts. It's to strengthen us. It's to deepen our ability to have compassion, to have love, to feel. And it's like it would be beneficial to not worry about the future, not focus on anything that could go wrong, understanding that you have the capability to overcome anything that comes in your way. All right, Scorpio.